Hello, students. Good morning, everybody. Sairam. So, in the last class, we were discussing about the modern Indian history, causes for non-cooperation movement. Okay. So, in the last class, we discussed many things. So, what were the causes for this non-cooperation movement, like this Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh? So, today we'll be discussing about this. Government of India 1919 and Khilafat. So this Khilafat already I've discussed. I think need not to discuss because in the last class and the last video I have elaborately discussed a complete whole session I have discussed about this Khilafat movement. But still I'll brief it. Okay. So let's so these were the things: boycotting, Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay. So today we'll discuss about the 1919 Government of Government Act of 1919. Okay, so this is uh, popularly known as Montagu-Chelmsford reforms, popularly known as in India. So there are three things to know about in this act: August Declaration, Promise of Self-Rule, and the Archive was introduced. Okay, so this Montagu was a Secretary of State, and Chelmsford was the Viceroy. So together, this act is named by these two people. So it is called as Montagu-Chelmsford Act 1919. Okay, so this act was based on the report prepared by the Secretary of State and Viceroy. Okay, so these people were the Secretary of State and Viceroy. So which was submitted to the Parliament, the British Parliament. So then it was passed by them. Then it was sent to India. So it is called as a Government of India Act 1919. This was a completely outrightly again rejected by the Congress party with a great disappointment. Again, they wanted the flowers to be showered on them. Again, the stones were thrown because this is the thing. Again, we disappointed the Indians because of this August Declaration, 1917. So, what were the promises made by the Britishers in 1917? It is when the Home Rule movement was going on in India. So what the Britishers said, please drop your movement and what is your full requirements, what all your wishes are there, will fulfill that. So it was the promise was made in August, so popularly known as the August Declaration. The Montagu made the promises to India that he will be giving the self rule, that is the responsible government. Responsible government in the sense a parliamentary system where the executive is responsible for the legislative. Okay, so this was the thing which was promised by the Montagu, and this will be fulfilled if they drop the home rule movement, and also it will be given to India after the end of First World War. So this was the thing, like a treaty or agreement made by the what is a promise made by this British government. So the Congress was waiting for the Congress accepted this, and it was they were waiting for to the end of this First World War, and same way they thought they expect some roses to be showered on them, but it was they received the stones. So cruel and exploitative kind of nature these Britishers have. They always want to exploit. They always want to squeeze the economy. So these kinds of behavior are generally seen in this Britishers. So the Government of India Act 1919 really it frustrated Indians because this introduced a new system in Indian administrative, that is called as a what I was discussing, the diarchy of 1990. It was introduced. Diarchy is nothing but it is a what I can say you a dual government, the dual government. So as per this diarchy, all the departments were divided into two groups. Like it is reserved subjects and transferred subjects. Transferred subjects, uh, transferred subjects. Okay, the transfer are the subjects where they are transferred to the Indians. Okay, so this is in the Darchi, the dual government. It is divided into two parts. That is reserved subjects and transfer subjects. Okay, in the transfer subjects, the entire what is departments were headed by the Indians. It was transferred to Indians. So what were the subjects? What were the departments which were handed over to Indians? So it was handed over education, health, local bodies, cooperatives. So all these kinds of what is the subjects were handed over to Indians, and all came under the Indians, and this was headed by the Indians. They have become like health ministers or education ministers. Okay, so these kinds of things were going on. And Britishers were so cunning, so cruel, and so clever that their reserved body is always reserved for Britishers. Like some departments were reserved to Britishers, like finance, home, revenue, military. Okay, so these kinds of what is say subjects which was always reserved for them. So they didn't wanted what is it money spending activity to be given to the Indians. They wanted only I'll say this. The justification why this Montego said that it was 50%. It was 50% of the departments were given to the Indians, and the 50% of the departments were uh, as usual taken by the Britishers. So he says that we have kept our promise. So what the promise we have done in August Declaration, that's about the self rule. So you are getting the 50% of this what do you say departments. So you can take that is the what is the promise of self rule we have given. So what do you need? We have fulfilled your demands. So this is a really what do you say inhuman activity or so cruel decisions, because they give all the waste like departments. So all the things whichever they want to like departments which I have given what I said, health department, cooperative, education system, all these departments were given to Indians, so that they they again they have to come back to the Britishers. They have to come to the Britishers and ask for the finance. This is a thing. Again they come to the Britishers and ask the finance. So these kinds of what is a dual government they have given to what is a Indians. Again they beg in front of the again should they should come and beg in front of the Britishers too for the finance, because money spending activity, these are the money spending activity, not a revenue collecting activity. Generation the money won't generate out of the education or health. They should spend the money. So these kinds of also branches I can what is it give say departments I can say were given to the what is it, Indians. So this is about the dual government or the diarchy and the 1919 Act. So we can also compare this diarchy with the response what do you say Robert Clive's 1765, if you remember, after the Battle of Buxar. So this was introduced by Robert Clive. You can compare that and this also, but in different manner, in different what's the aspects. Okay. So this is all about what's say Government of Indian Act 1919. Okay. So these were the two people, Montagu and Chelmsford. You can see in this images. These were the two people, Viceroy and this. Okay. Coming to the Khilafat movement. So this Khilafat movement, I have said last in the last video and the last class also. So this was a movement which was began to launch one of the reasons to launch the non-cooperation movement and to take the Muslims into the movement as a unity and the entire India stood against the British for the sake of in this moment. And some people, some leaders in Congress opposed the Gandhiji, and some people supported. So they have their own agenda and plans. So the real meaning of this Khalifa, what do you say, Khalifa, which I have said, so is the successor, and last time I have said you, successor or the of the Prophet Muhammad, who was a founder of Islam. Okay, so this is the thing. After the death of the Muhammad Prophet, after the death of the Muhammad Prophet, he has the Khalifa has been elected as the further successor, and the concept of Khalifa emerged in 632. Okay, after death of Muhammad Prophet. This is the little background. So after that, the first Khalifa was Abu Bakr. So again, this institution was going on, and this Khalifa is a very respectable personality. I would say head. He's like a spiritual head in the whole I would say Islamic fraternity. What happened in the Khalifa movement? In the 19th century, what I've said, the 19th century, the First World War was going on. So this Turkey was in the side of Germany. Germans lost, and one Turkey was handed over to England. So some parts of Turkey was handed over to England, and they removed this Khalifa from the position, and they have introduced put some like viceroy or governor general or some captain in the Turkey. So this was not acceptable to the people of what do you say Turkey and other Islamic what do you say nations or people. So they started protesting against the Britishers. Why did you remove the Khalifa? So this is not proper. This is not good thing which you have done. So please, what you do, you what do you say, unite this Khalifa, what do you say, Turkey, and put the our Khalifa back into the position. So, so definitely, if some what is a Pope is harassed or removed, who is the head of the entire Islam, what do you say, sorry, Christian, what do you say, fraternity or the head of that institution. So definitely, the entire Christians of the world will fight against the person who is opposing the Pope. So same thing, same similar kind of activity was going on in the what is the 1919. So this was what is it, done by the Ali brothers in India, like Ali or Shaukat Ali, what I have said you in the last video. Okay, so he started and he also started the All India Khilafat Committee where the Gandhiji was the president. Okay, and also what is it? But Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the quite surprisingly, you can see the Muhammad Ali Jinnah was surprised and he opposed this Khilafat movement. He opposed the Gandhiji. What you people are doing? We people are fighting here, and you people are what is it? Supporting the Khalifa in Turkey. So what is the connection between these two? But still, Gandhiji had what I said. He had his own agendas to bring the Muslims, what is a brothers into the movement. So this was the right what is a trick or a thing he thought that to drag the Muslims into this. So this was a thing, but later on, what happened? The own Turkey native people were fed up of this Khalifa because of his theocratic rule. So he didn't wanted those people himself. They didn't wanted the Khalifa. So lastly, what happened? The Kamal, Kamal Pasha was revolted. He is called as a hero, and he revolted against the Khalifa himself in the Turkey and became the leader. And also, he took the Turkey, to the great standards because otherwise, I've said you in the last video, the Turkey is called as a sick man of Europe because of the theocratic rule which was developed in the Turkey. So now it is removed, and the great thing about this country is see one example I will give. There's a church called as Saint Sophia Church, which was built by the Byzantine Empire. And later, what happened? This when this Islamic invasion started in the seventh, eighth century, and ninth century. So this this church was converted into the mosque. Okay, and what happened after this was Kamal Pasha came, and after the development taken place, so these people declared as the Turkey as a secular country. They didn't say this is a Islamic country. They said this is a we are secular, everybody is welcomed, and no communal rights. It's not about the religion. So what these people did, which was this Saint Sophia Church, which was the church, and later it was converted into the mosque, and for many years the prayers were going on in the mosque, but they thought that this is not right. Because we have converted this church into the mosque, so they declared that this Sophia Church is like a secular monument. We neither go for the prayers, namaz, neither we do the prayers. I mean, it's like churches, Sunday church. So this is declared as a what do you say the national monument in the Turkey. So it's quite interesting to know this, and now it is a World Heritage Site in Turkey. So these kinds of development we should need, and this all terrorist world they blame this Turkey as a kafir country, non Islamic country. So always the Turkey has been under the what do you say of the terrorist. So they can't accept, right, because they want the Turkey to be the Islamic country. They don't want this to be secular. So the are the terrorists happy with the Indians? No, they want complete the entire world to be Islamized. So they are not happy. So this is the thing about this. What is a Khilafat movement. So just read the abolition. What all happened? So why it got failure? The abolition of Khilafat by the Kamal Athur was a seriously blow, and the Khilafat movement in the subcontinent. He was exiled to South Sultan Abu Majid, which was a helpless Khalifa, and abolished the Khalifa as an institution. So withdrawal of the movement by Gandhiji when it was in peak. So what the Gandhiji will do? Because ultimately the people who were in Turkey, they themselves opposed Khalifa. So ultimately it was taking a death in India. So before it died, so Gandhiji took taken the decision that will withdraw the movement. That's it. Okay, so these are the questions. Uh, what are the causes led to non-cooperation movement? And what is this Jallianwala Bagh massacre? And what is this August offer? Okay, and what are the outcomings of the Khilafat movement? So these are the books which I have referred. Okay, thank you, Sairam. So please do the assignment. Let me know. Okay. So next video I'll continue with the upcoming classes in the subsequent classes. Till then, Sairam, Jai Hind.